Chapter 6. Help. The mice screamed and ran, scampering up the stairs. The spiders fled up the walls behind Ellie. "Have you come to help me too?" Ellie asked Jolly. "You must be bloomin' jokin', Ellie," Dimple snorted. "My dear girl, surely you jest," Vinegar said, and shook her head. At the foot of the stairs, Jolly growled with laughter. "May I help you? I like being a girl. I don't want to be a cat again." "But that's my body," Ellie told Jolly. "It's mine now," Jolly purred. "I'm going to make sure that I keep it." "My friends and I won't let you," said Ellie. "Your friends?" Jolly laughed. "I'll show you what I think of your friends." Jolly dashed up the stairs after the mice. Her hand swooped down to catch the tail of the last mouse scampering away. Jolly lifted the mouse over her mouth and dangled it there. "Lad Luggins!" Dimple shouted out, running down the stairs. "Your name is Lad Luggins, isn't it?" Jolly said to the mouse, wriggling and jiggling in her grasp. "Help! Help!" Lad Luggins squeaked. "Well, Lad Luggins, you look like a tasty treat," said Jolly as she licked her lips. "You mean, evil, rotten cat!" Ellie shouted. "Put him down." "I'm not a cat, I'm a girl now," Jolly said, "but I think a mouse now, and then would be a perfect treat." Jolly opened her mouth to swallow, and Lad Luggins whole. Ellie and Dimple dashed down the stairs. Dimple reached Jolly first, scampering over Jolly's shoe and up her ankle. He bit hard into her skin. "Ow!" Jolly yelled. Jolly dropped Lad Luggins and looked down to see what was nipping at her. Ellie caught Lad Luggins' tail in her mouth as he fell. She rushed up the stairs with him, let go of the mouse in the attic. Then Ellie turned and ran down the stairs to help Dimple. Jolly was furious. She swiped at Dimple with her hands, but he darted between Jolly's feet. "You leave Dimple alone," Ellie said to Jolly, and threw herself at Jolly's skirt. "Run, Dimple, run!" Ellie shouted. Jolly might have been a girl now, but she still spat and snarled like an angry cat. Ellie let go of Jolly's skirt and dashed up the stairs after Dimple. "Run, my precious, run," Jolly called after Ellie, "but it won't do you any good. You won't find your grandma's ring. Even if you do, I won't let you give it to her." "You can't stop me," Ellie said from the top of the stairs. "Can't I?" hissed Jolly. "We'll see about that, my pretty." Jolly strode off. Ellie, the mice, and all the spiders watched Jolly leave, a confident smile on her face. "Come on," said Dimple. "We have a ring to find." Ellie, Dimple, Vinegar, and their friends searched the house all night for the ring. They searched in the attics. They searched all the rooms of the first floor. Then they searched all the rooms on the ground floor and down in the basement. They found forgotten books and thrown away books. They found a broken clock and a silver moon rock. They found a big blue box and some smelly socks. They found almost everything except Grandma's ring. The morning sun began to rise in the sky, and soon it was shining bright and warm. They all gathered together by the back door of the house, and Ellie knew from one look at their sad faces that the ring had still not been found. Just then Ellie heard Grandma's light footsteps on the stairs above them. Ellie turned her head and saw her grandma, and behind her was Jolly. Ellie stretched out her claws so she was ready if Jolly tried something. "Ellie, I'm glad you found some friends to help you," Grandma said. She smiled as she looked around at all the mice and spiders. "Oh, Grandma, please," Ellie pleaded. "You've got to chain me back. We've searched and searched, and we haven't been able to find the ring." "Ellie, dear, I've already explained it to you," Grandma said. "You have to find my ring for the spell to be broken." Grandma took off her glasses to polish them. "I wish I could help you," she added. "I really do." Ellie's heart fell all the way down to the end of her tail, but she couldn't give up. The ring had to be somewhere. Maybe there was some place they had all missed. Ellie looked past Grandma and saw Jolly smirking at her. Right, I'll soon get rid of that smile, Ellie thought. Grandma, there's something I've got to tell you about Jolly, Ellie began. Ellie's going to tell you about how I offer to help, Jolly interrupted. I asked her not to tell you, but I guess she thought you should know. Grandma put her glasses back on and peered over them at Ellie. Now, Ellie, Grandma said, why on earth shouldn't you tell me that Jolly offered to help you? She turned to Jolly and said, well done, Jolly. That was lovely of you. If we all work together, we're bound to find it. Then I'm glad to see you're all getting on so well. Ellie stared at Jolly. Of all the lies Ellie had ever heard, that was one of the biggest and the boldest. Ellie was speechless, and so were all of her friends. They were glaring and staring and glowering and scowling at Jolly, too. Well, I'll leave you all to it, Grandma said with a kind smile. Don't forget, Ellie, you only have until dinner time to get my ring back to me. Good luck. Grandma, wait, Ellie began, but it was too late. Grandma had gone back up the stairs. Ellie stretched out her claws even further as she watched Jolly. You lying toad, Ellie hissed. Now, Jolly said, grinning. Is that any way to talk to the cat who's now got your body? Not for much longer, Ellie replied. But you've searched the whole house and you haven't found the ring, Jolly said. And if it has anything to do with me, you never will. Jolly's smile disappeared and was replaced with a nasty sneer. With that, Jolly bounded up the stairs without looking back. Ellie watched Jolly go. She wanted to shout out to Jolly that they would find the ring, no problem. But the whole house had been searched now and they found nothing. I'm going to be a cat forever, Ellie said slowly. She lay down with her head on her front paws. Nonsense, dear, Vinegar said. You're not going to let Jolly, that dreadful, beat you, are you? But we haven't found the ring, Ellie pointed out. And there was nowhere else left to search. Ellie, all the mice, and all the spiders sat in silence, wondering what they could do next. Let's move on to Chapter 7.